Hey everyone, my name is Jermaine and welcome back to the Reading Room for Kids. I'm so glad to have you here. Let's dive into another wonderful story. Today's book is called What's Inside a Bird's Nest and Other Questions About Nature and Life Cycles. Chirp, chirp, chirp. All around the world, baby birds want their breakfast. Bird parents rush to find food for their babies. They soar above the clouds, zigzag through trees, dive in the sea, swoop down from cliffs, hunt in the moonlight, and splash across ponds. Birds return home with a tasty meal for their young. For many, this home is wherever they build a nest. Some nests are way up high, others are hidden inside old trees. Some birds nest down low or even underground, while other birds weave nests among plants and flowers. All birds begin life as an egg. Eggs can be colorful or have spots and speckles. Some birds lay many eggs and others lay only one. But how does an egg become a bird? Why are birds important? And what's inside a bird's nest? Before there can be an egg, a bird needs to find a mate. It all starts with courtship. Sound is how birds communicate. Springtime comes alive with the frenzy of bird calls. Tweet, tweet. Songbirds let out a tune to attract a partner. Complicated songs are how these birds show off their strength and skill. Songs are just one of the many ways birds find its mate. Some birds do a dance. There are birds that are famous for their colorful displays. Many birds give gifts to impress a partner. There is even a kind of bird that builds a work of art. There are birds whose relationship lasts only seconds, and birds that pair for a lifetime. Most bird behavior falls somewhere in between. Pair bonds usually last at least one mating season. When birds mate, the male bird fertilizes the female's egg. Pair bonded birds will raise their young together. To prepare for new eggs, birds build a nest. It's hard work, but worth it. A nest will cradle the eggs and keep them hidden from hungry predators. Finding the perfect place for the fragile egg is important. Birds are born knowing how to build their nests. Instinct tells them what to do. Some build nests that are gigantic. There are birds that create complicated weavings, while other nests are teeny tiny. And there are those who make a simple scrape or mud in the ground. Once the nest is completed, the female bird lays her eggs. Birds sit on their eggs to keep them warm. This is called incubation. Eggs need constant warmth to grow. The nest acts as a cozy sweater. An egg starts out as a single cell. A fertilized egg has an embryo. This is an unhatched bird in its earliest stages. Cells divide and multiply, building different body parts. Each part of the egg helps the embryo become a bird. Birds must guard their nests. Eggs make a tasty meal for many animals. Predators like snakes, cats, foxes, and even birds see nests as a cookie jar filled with goodies. Certain kind of birds can be a big problem. There are sneaky birds that lay their eggs in other nests. Birds squawk and fight to defend their nests. Others lead predators away from the nest by faking an injury. Some will nest next to a rough neighbor, while others find strength in numbers. With time and care, a baby bird is ready to hatch. Soon there's a peck, a wiggle, and a pop. Many birds start life blind, bald, and noisy. A newborn bird is called a hatchling. Birds grow at different speeds. Most birds that nest in trees are born completely dependent on their parents. Birds that mature often hatch are called matrichial. Many ground nesting birds and water birds hatch with fluffy feathers and can walk. Some birds even break out of their shells ready to swim and hunt for food. Hatchlings grow their first fuzzy feathers and open their eyes. They are now nestlings. Babies are fed constantly to become big and strong. When a bird is nearly ready to leave the nest, it's called a fledgling. Fledglings practice flying and by hopping and flapping their wings. Soon they leave the nest for the first flight. They are now juvenile birds. They must learn to hunt as their colorful adult feathers grow in. Old feathers fall out. This is called molting. Once they are fully grown, birds soar through the sky, ready to take on the world. Feathers. Birds are the only animal with feathers. A feather's special shape allows the bird to fly. Birds constantly preen and clean their feathers. Birds are built for flight. Birds have different shaped beaks, feet, and wings. Birds need lots of food to power their flight. There are birds that are fierce hunters. Birds of prey are called carnivores. They eat meat. Birds hunt in the air and on land and in the sea. Some are scavengers. They find dead things to eat and part of nature's cleanup crew. Most birds are opportunistic and will eat meat or plants. Animals with this diet are called omnivores. Seeds, fruit, and insects are a favorite meal. Every bird is part of nature's complicated food web. Birds are nature's gardeners. Those that mulch on plants will drop seeds as they snack. Some birds hide seeds to eat later, just like a squirrel hides nuts. Fallen and forgotten seeds can end up planted in the soil. Birds hunt insects that feast on crops. They are nature's pest control. Eating means pooping, and birds poop a lot. Bird poop is a fertilizer filled with nutrients. This creates rich soil for plants to grow. Bird poop often has undigested seeds with a splat that gets planted. Bird migration. The changing seasons trigger one of the Earth's biggest animal journeys called a migration. Winter weather means fewer resources. Certain birds fly heroic distances in search of warmth and food. How does a bird know where to go each year? Birds navigate using the sun and the stars. Birds also have special senses that can tell where the north and south poles are, just like a compass. Cold weather in fall tells migratory birds to fly south for warmth. Seasons change from winter to spring, tell birds to return north. Each year, many birds return to where they were born to build a nest and lay eggs. Adult birds court and find their mate. The nest is built for new eggs. The eggs are laid and incubated. Baby birds hatch and are cared for. Babies grow feathers and practice flying. They take their first flight. Fully matured, they are now ready to find a mate. The cycle of life continues. We have learned what's inside a bird's nest and why birds are important. Birds help keep nature in balance. They help plant seeds. Bird poop returns nutrients to the land and sea. Certain birds are keystone species. This means other wildlife depends on them. And there are birds that are pollinators. They help plants make more seeds by spreading pollen as they eat from flowers. Just like a precious egg, birds need our protection. There are many ways to help. Turn your lawn into a diverse garden with local plants. Be a responsible pet owner. Clean up litter and stop pollution. Protect our planet and wild species. Protecting our planet starts with learning more. How will you keep exploring? Our Earth is filled with wonder and discovery. Just like a hungry baby bird leaving the nest. You'll feed your curiosity, grow, and learn more. And that is the end of this book. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next one.